Well, good morning, y'all, and welcome to my channel, Container Garden Queen. Now, remember about a week ago, I did my first YouTube video, and I said it was very difficult for me to grow okra here. So let me show you guys something. It's very exciting to me, maybe not to you, but to me, because here in Washington State, it's always rainy and cold, and so okra doesn't do very well here. But look. In my greenhouse, my first full-size okra. So I am very excited. See, look at that. And this is a crimson spineless okra. And I'm going to pick it. I'm going to have it with my scrambled eggs this morning. So let me get something to pick it. I'll cut it. So it's very exciting. I'll work with one hand here. Oops. So for me, this is awesome. My first okra. I'm proud of myself. Now you guys are watching probably going, oh, I've got rows and rows of okra. What's the big deal? It's a big deal to me because this is my first okra after 3 years of trying. Anyway, and there's also one growing in the front, so I'll go ahead and show you that too. But before I do, in the back, I'm growing some more shelling peas. In the back there, it's going to go up this trellis because I had little snow peas, and I harvested about a month ago. And my cabbage, this one's ready to be harvested. It's nice and hard. But yeah, I saw it this morning. It's like I just got to show you guys. But let me show you the one, and as I said before, I have enough of these cucumbers growing, and I put it on one of those little ropes, little twine, and trellis it up all the way to the top. And when it hits the top, I'm going to snip it. That would stop growing, and I just harvest the cucumbers. And so here's one here, and I'll probably harvest that later on today. And this plant here is a Jamaican Scotch bonnet. Oops, Jamaican Scotch bonnet. And so my carrots are not up as yet. Right there. Well, there's like a couple of carrots that are coming up. Where is it? Huh. Well, it's coming up. Yeah, there's one right there. One right there. And so this whole bed is going to be full with carrots. But let me show you the other okra up front, and I'm very excited about it. Hold on. Okay, the okra out here in front of my garden and the okra in the greenhouse were planted at the same time, and you can see the one out here is smaller. So in the greenhouse it does much better. So I'm gonna wait till tomorrow and harvest my second okra in 3 years. And as I said, it's exciting to me. And here you can see they're called the coho watermelon. It's going to grow to a size of like a baseball. So it's not a big watermelon. And you can see it's starting to have watermelons on there. When it gets bigger, I'll go ahead and put the tool untied to the trellis so the weight of it won't snap the vine. And here's a personal sized watermelon that I already put the toolie around, and then I'll go ahead and probably tie it up to the trellis. The honeydew melons, you can see right there, and I've already tied it up to the trellis right here, so that way it'll keep it from. Hello, Mr. Cat, just want to say hello. That way it won't be too heavy for and it's probably okay, but I want to make sure it's off the ground. And a second one is here, it's tied to a trellis, and a watermelon is up here too. Oh, the sun is in the way, so let me go over here. So this one here is also on a trellis. Yeah. So as I said, in container garden, you have to kind of protect the fruits, especially bigger fruits like watermelon, cantaloupe, stuff like that by hanging it up, so it doesn't, for two reasons. So bugs don't get it on the ground, and it won't snap off because it's hanging on a trellis. My corn, what I'm going to do later on today, and because I'm by myself today, it's kind of hard to do it and record, but usually when you grow corn, as you know, the tassel drop the pollen and pollinates the corn, right? And there's always like a second corn growing, but by the time the second corn have the little tassels are coming out, the pollen's already gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to collect the pollen, just get a piece of paper and tap the tree, the stalk, and collect the pollen and pollinate the second corn tassels. That way, that's more productive, get more production out of the small, relatively small corn area. If you have a big rows and rows and rows of corn, that's, not feasible. But for a small garden corn, in container garden, and a small patch like this is very much doable. And I did it last year, and I got more production out of my corn because the regular corn, the first corn grown fine, and then the side corns, like these right here. This is the second corn here. This is the primary corn. Whoops, the primary corn and the secondary corn. Just take the pollen, like these pollen's already gone. Collect the pollen by just tapping. Okay, that was done. Well, and that's why I do successional planting of corn too, so I can use some of the pollen from, let's see this. Well, I did it before, was it 3 days ago? So it might be, and there's still, when the pollen is new, a whole bunch comes up, and like now it's a little bit of pollen is still coming out. It's hard to see, but anyway, my point is, you can have more success production-wise having more corn on the stalk, the primary corn and the secondary corn, by doing that. If you choose to have a small garden, like this is the second one, you can see it's just starting to have the little tassels. And I put some pollen on I put some, you guys, I'm used to YouTube. This is my third video ever, so I'm looking at these stuff, but I'm not realizing that you guys are not seeing it properly. Anyway, my okra. Anyway, so this is the primary corn, the secondary one. I've already collected some of the pollen from this corn here, and I sprinkle it on this one and all the secondary ones, like that one, whoops, like that one and that one and that one. So it should work. It worked last year, so it will work again this year, so I get maximum production out of this small patch of corn. And as I was telling you guys, I planted some pole beans so it can go up the stalk right here. You see, it's starting to reach for the corn. And my succession of lemons, lettuce. It's still kind of early in the morning. And I haven't harvested these onions, but I'll do. They're getting bigger, so I think I'm going to wait for a week, because I've noticed they're getting actually bigger, even though they're flopped over. And again, as I was telling you about, whoops, we have this cat that's just running around looking at everything. And as I said, the cucumbers, Mr. Cat just likes to walk on there and see what's going on. Of cucumbers, I have like 3 vines. This cucumber is very prolific. It had vines growing all over the place, but I cut it back to 3 main stalk. And you can see they're producing. And okay, let's see. It's producing all the way up. And so I'll let it grow all the way over. The butternut squash, it's getting bigger, which is wonderful. There. Oh, and remember here, I just harvested the onions. I did in my second video, onions. So I planted red noodle beans in here, and so I'm going to have it grow up a trellis and have it come back down here. Because, you know, these noodle beans can really grow pretty long, have long vines. So that's what I'm going to do for that. And check out this eggplant. Ooh, nice eggplant. I've already harvested my Kentucky Wonder pole beans. There's still some left. I've got to wait another week or so and harvest some more. And I like planting Kentucky Wonder in my garden because they're very prolific. They grow a lot. And even though it's only, I think it's 5 plants. Oops. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3 plants. But it does do, you know, for our small family, there's just 2 of us. That's more than enough beans here, and I've got beans growing there. I've got beans growing in the back. I like variety of beans. So guys, I'm just gonna go in the this one here. Just growing up the pole. And so I happen to and this one is the Christmas lima beans, and they, you know, it'll fill up this whole pole here. A trellis, I keep on saying pole, trellis, and go across. Oops, go across the trellis. Okay, I just want to have make this small little video because this morning I got up and it's like, oh my God, my first okra, and it's all because this year it's been unseasonably hot. As I said, it's not here in Washington State. Usually it's cold and rainy, and by the time the okra starts to develop, it gets too cold, it dies. So I'm happy. I mean, I'm not happy that we have a drought, but I have my my first okra. Okay, guys, I will make sure and subscribe to my channel. Hit the like button and give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, definitely leave a comment. And that is all for today. And y'all have a wonderful day and happy gardening, and grow your groceries. It's important. Okay, bye.